Hallo ihr Lieben, ich bin so froh, dass Madeline Black heute hier ist und wir haben den ganzen Tag gedreht und ich habe den Vorteil genutzt, dass ich ihr Opfer sein durfte und Personal Training bei ihr genommen habe für einen ganz tollen Workshop und wir werden die nächsten 5 Tage das Immersive Seminar Gather haben und darüber freue ich mich sehr und ich bin einfach sehr, sehr dankbar, dass ich das alles so hier habe im Pilates-Zentrum. So, Madeline, welcome to Germany.
Thank you.
To Germany. And so can you tell us a little about, because some people may not know you, it's unbelievable, but maybe they don't know you, about your method.
Okay. Yeah, I developed the Madeline Black method. I actually just recently named it because I've been doing physical training, movement, dance, Pilates. I'm based in Pilates. And I've always gone off to study how the body moves, what's the most efficient way to move, and how I can help people move better. And that led me into the world of manual therapy. And I now do is I take those mechanics and the movements that I've kind of developed based on the manual therapies and put it on the apparatus. So I use the Pilates apparatus not only for strengthening, but I use it for another set of hands so that I can get at the release that I need to do for a person to then help them develop their strength. So it's that combination of fine-tuning the movement of the bones, getting the tissue to actually change and move so the joints are actually more congruent to one another, so then the global muscles can then get strengthened and support that new position of the structure.
Yes.
That sounds complicated, but it's not really. And I love the Pilates equipment because I, again, can use it as a leverage. You know, I can lever certain things, use the resistance to create change in the body. And for 30 years I've been teaching, and people are like, well, what is it? Because it's Pilates, but it's evolved Pilates. What do you call it? And I've avoided a name until just recently and just decided to call it the Madeline Black Method.
Yeah, makes sense.
Lack of a better name.
It takes such a long time.
Yes. Well, it's my career that I've been developing it. Yeah.
Yes. And so I just told them in German that I had the opportunity to have this to feel the work you're doing, and yes, and I just really can say this is it feels so great because it's not like a manual therapy. It's you're moving and you're improving the movement by using the apparatus.
Correct.
And I'm moving perfectly now. All right.
Right. The workshop is based on the thorax because we in Pilates tend to focus a lot on pelvis and core, and then kind of scapula. We kind of articulate through the spine, but we don't focus, I feel, enough on the thorax. It's the majority of your spine.
Yeah.
Right? And it influences the movement of your neck and your shoulders and your arms and the stability of your pelvis. So I think it's been a little blind spot in the Pilates training. Yes. So this is why I wanted to offer this workshop.
Yes. And I didn't even know I had so many directions. I can put my pelvis, my thorax in. It's really, yes, it was wonderful.
Great.
So you can, so for all the Pilates teachers, it's a great workshop to, I can really bring you up a level. Yes. And we also filmed a psoas-based mat class.
Right.
And we all felt and looked taller.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I know. After the class, you will feel taller, the length of it. And the class is designed for anybody. It's not designed for teachers. And I know that many clients would like to learn more about their body. They'd like to hear, what is a psoas? Where is it located? And so to have that also the image and understand where it is in your body. So as you're moving, you're using that imagery in your mind to help facilitate even a greater change in your body. So I welcome all people to take the psoas mat class.
Yes, I can highly recommend it. And this was the first day, and we will have 5 more days to have your immersive seminar gather. So this time, of course, it's now too late for people to sign in, but maybe you're coming back, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a second stage of the training, and that's called Encompass. So that would be the next step.
So for our German, not so good speaking English, what is encompass and what is
I gave names because so many trainings go modular 1, modular 2, number 3, number 4. And I don't like working in that kind of a linear fashion because our body is not linear. The person in front of you is not going to be what this module 1, module 2 is telling you what it is. You have to have that skill to be more expansive and be able to be in the moment and say, oh, I see this, so now I'm going to be doing this. So it has a more circular, rounded, figure 80 kind of feel to it, to learning, instead of it being 1, 2, 3, 4. So I said gather at first because we're kind of gathering together. All the people are coming together, right? And we're trying to gather the information just to understand techniques, get your hands on, learn the techniques. And then it's more about circling around, you see? Yeah. Encompass kind of means to kind of hold, you know, to kind of come around. So now we're kind of moving, to me, it's more coming a little from the periphery, kind of coming in. And it's focusing more on that relationship between the sternum and the sacrum, kind of thing, and how that influences the limbs and things like that. So that's why I gave, and you can do either one in either order. So if you didn't come to gather, you can come to the encompass and then gather another time. So the people who did gather, of course, are already learning techniques and have a certain mindset. You know, they already are linked in to how I'm thinking about the method. So if you're not used to working with me, when you come into Encompass, it's going to be you'll be a little bit, it's not behind, it's just you kind of don't know the flavor. Yeah. Right? You haven't tasted that really great wine before. So
wine. Let's not talk about wine.
But I say that because of the learning of, if you've never tasted something before, how do you know what it tastes like? So that's kind of, to me, the sensory coming into it. What's that sensory feel in my workshop is very important.
Yes.
So if you kind of don't know what that feel is, then it, you know, your first time is just going to be different. But the people coming in who have worked with me in the past have that sensory feel. That's the difference, really. But you can take them in either order.
Okay, so we just have to make dates for next year.
Yeah,
so that's great.
Okay.
And then I can tell everybody what really they can expect. So now it's just, I don't really know.
Yes, you will in 5 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want the German audience to know about you, or about Pilates, or about...
I think just keep moving. People need to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, life is movement and movement is life. And it's a practice. So you just have to keep practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep watching this website and keep practicing.
Yeah, not just watching.
Doing, exactly. Well, that's what we do tend to do that, right? Watch it, not actually do. Yeah. No, actually do it. You're right. Practice.
Thank you so much, Madeline.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. And
okay.